Is there still a Mr. Thomas?
There is, and I leased the building from him. There's his mother is Laura, who we named the tea room after, and that's a whole nother story. I had a lot of tea room names picked out, like cute little names like Tea for Two and things like that. And in doing the work, after Mr. Thomas redid the building for us, or didn't redo it, but had it freshened up for us, and it took 2 years, by the way, to bring it back up to where it is today. Then we had another 6 months worth of work to do in it. And so we left the doors open wanting to talk to local people. And when they would come in and we would tell them that we were going to do a tea room, we would get one of these, oh my goodness, oh my gosh, Miss Laura, who was the last member of the Thomas family to run the store as a Mercantile. She would have loved that. Everyone said she was such a lady and she was so sweet, and she would have loved the idea of it being a tea room. She was a tea drinker herself. And so after being told that about 10 times, stories of this lady, she also was mayor of Ridgeway for 12 years. And she was. And we have a lady mayor now too. And she also was a school teacher. So she was very, very important, as the whole family was. But Laura was very important to this area. So we called Lee and asked him if we could name the tea room after his mother, and it has been a marvelous decision because it's her tea room, and it feels like it is.
So Laura's tea room really is an important part of the Thomas Company, which for many, many years has been an important part of Ridgeway.
It has been, and there is story after story that I could tell you about it too. We had a gentleman in that worked here one day, and he said that the kitchen, which used to be the office, and this gentleman told us that the spring of every year they would put folding chairs all in front of the office, and one by one the local farmers, they'd line up on those chairs, and one by one they'd go in and talk to Mr. Thomas about, how much credit they were going to get for the year, or how much he was going to loan them for their crops or whatever. I mean, it was, between this and Roof Hardware up there, it was for the whole community. It was what kept it all going. They did everything for the community. They were the bank. It was the town. Oh yeah, it was the town. They were the bank. They were the suppliers. They were everything, and it's still that way. I mean, people come in here and they remember buying their first pair of real jeans in here, or something that their mother didn't make, and they have to stop and tell you stories. One of the biggest things that we get is we've moved the original cash register, and everyone tells us where it was supposed to go back to. I mean, where we should put it. This is where that cash register goes, right over here. Like we don't know that.
Right.
But
right.
And so
it's sort of their cash register.
It is their cash register, and it's their town, and it's their building.
My goodness, you can't buy that.
No, but they've been so welcoming, and they're so thrilled to see it come back, because it sat here empty since Miss Laura had passed away, and was deteriorating until her son redid it. And people are just thrilled with it. They bring their neighbors in to see it, and they bring us cookies, and it's a real neighborhood town.